Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew, and today we're doing another episode of Matthew Mumbles, my personal podcast show where we pretty much talk about whatever we want to talk about, my interests, my thoughts on things happening right now in the world, etc. Today I wanted to touch upon Dogman. Well, more specifically the film, because I know it's been a long time since I touched anything related to Dave Pilkey's works. And I've already addressed it in like what happened in my Captain Underpants video from a few years back, and a lot of the reasons still remain true because, simply put, just to briefly summarize, I'm getting older. I don't really have the same love and compassion as I do for these books as I used to when I was like in the third grade reading these suckers for the first time. I mean suckers in a comical sense. I'm not saying these books suck or the people who read it are suckers or whatever. I mean it all in a comical sense. But with that being said, I'm still going to go out and support the movie. But I want to specifically talk about how I felt while watching the trailer, even though I've already stated my reaction to it because I filmed it and uploaded it, which thank you guys so much for the amount of support on that video. Like almost 1,000 views, and it got me some good subscribers. So thank you all so much. And I guess it's going to have to get me a little bit of a challenge as to how I'm going to make some Dogman videos because right as of this recording, I don't really have any of my Dogman books anymore. And again, because I've just kind of grown out of the franchise. So I guess we're just going to kind of talk about my Dogman thoughts of the trailer. So first things first, let's start with the things I liked, things I don't like, and things I want to see like in the movie itself. First up, things I liked. I love the animation style. I think it is picture perfect. I wasn't sure if they were going to use the Captain Underpants style, which cuz Captain Underpants, it's based on the book that's like their universe, which of course that's how it's supposed to be. But I wasn't sure if they're going to go for like a comic style cuz Dogman isn't the same as Captain Underpants because that's a comic within the Captain Underpants world. That's how they're able to bring Captain Underpants to the real world by hypnotizing Mr. Krupp to become Captain Underpants. Here, they don't have necessarily a dog and a police officer to cut in half and sew together. So, yeah, I wasn't sure if they were going to do that. They did keep the style, like as far as the animation's concerned. Like you could put a render of Captain Underpants in there and it looks rather seamless. The only thing that's really different is that they definitely go for more of like that lower frame rate animation. It, kind of like Spider-Verse-esque kind of what it's going for. And that I love. Like, I almost wish Captain Underpants 2, if they ever do make that film, I mean, it's been 7 years. Maybe if this movie's successful, they'll do both the Dogman 2 and Captain Underpants 2, but we'll see. It's definitely going for that approach, and I love that. I really do. Especially like that one shot where Dogman's like running out of the hospital and he strikes the pose, which by the way, it's actually the pose he strikes. If you pull out your Dogman Unleashed book or look it up online, you'll see that he's actually doing that exact pose. That was really cool. And then of course we get like a ton of the other Easter eggs to some of the villains in there. Like I remember I'm gonna get slapped across the face. I think his name is Flippy. the purple fish that appeared in one of the books. I think it might actually be this. I don't know. Again, I can't remember. I haven't read that book in a while. Well, I might have it, but I don't really read it. Second thing I also liked was how they're like blending some of the books together, like how they did with the first Captain Underpants movie. Because for the Captain Underpants film, they combined elements from the first 4 books together. They gave the origin story of the first book. They took the talking toilet, the Turbo Toilet 2000 from the second book, Poopy Pants from the 4th book, and the superpowers from the 3rd book, and combined them all together. So if I had to guess for a sequel, they'd probably do like the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th books. And then you could do like another one, which is like a 3, and then you'll have a full-on trilogy. Of course, that being the 9, 10, 11, 12. But let's move back to Dogman. I stopped reading the Dogman books after a certain amount of time. But I think, like, as it kind of goes on a little bit, you definitely see a lot more of, like, it's trying to blend the story a little bit, especially with, like, Lil Petey and such, which I can't remember which book Lil Petey debuted in. I can't remember off the top of my head. Was it the first? Again, it's been a while. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think it was this one. Yeah, definitely like a little bit afterward, because I'm literally just looking at the two books I have. I have Unleashed and Lord of the Fleas. So, let's see. It's definitely going for like, again, the same approach, combining different books together. Because even though it's not shown in the trailer, it is shown in the description that they're gonna have to join forces and save Lil Petey. So Lil Petey is in the movie, if it wasn't already confirmed by the art book. And another thing I also really like is the voice acting as well. The voice acting, I feel, they got it top notch. I would have expected Petey to sound a little higher pitched. Just a little bit, but again, the voice is perfectly fine. And I'm also glad that they made Dogman a mute character. For those that don't know, Dogman is a mute character. He doesn't talk. In fact, Lil Petey kind of does the talking for him sometimes. As in sometimes, I actually mean like a lot of the time. But for the most part, Dogman is a pretty much basically mute character. I mean, it would be kind of hard to sew a dog's head on a human's body and still expect it to talk. Because not only are you replacing, like, just to get a little anatomically with you, it's like to the neck up. Like the bottom of your neck upward where it meets your chest. That's where your vocal cords are. So they're removing that too. So, and, you know, that's what I liked. I was kind of scared that they weren't going to do that. They were going to make him actually speak, which would have been just a huge bummer. But nope, they actually respected it. So thank you, Dreamworks. And I think like the last thing I also really want to point out is, honestly, just the fact that we're even getting this film at all. Like, I remember back in 2020 when this film was announced, I was actually pretty stoked for it. I knew we weren't going to get it for like another few years, but I didn't think we'd be here in 2024, and just now we're getting the trailer. Of course, that's to be expected because movies take like a boatload of time to make. I think the Captain Underpants movie took like 2 years to make, if I'm not mistaken. So I was like expecting right off that, and we'll get it by 2022. Nope. I remember actually, I never really publicly told this, but I actually messaged Peter Hastings. I think that's his name. I can't remember. The director of the Dogman movie, asking, "Hey, what's going on with that? I'm a bit of a fan of the Dogman books, like not really grew out of it." And he did tell me that like animation was taking a little longer than expected, and there's going to be a while till we heard anything. So, thank you, Peter, if you're watching this, or probably not, probably no idea. And as for things I didn't really like, I can't really point out anything. Again, I'm not saying it's perfect. This is probably the perfect Dogman movie we're gonna get. And plus, it's only a trailer, so, like, also that music choice. That punk is awesome. And, again, I really just don't have anything, like, else to say. I'll probably keep, like, my history with Dogman and Captain Underpants for, like, a different video. Probably, like, a blend of the two. But I'm definitely gonna rewatch the Captain Underpants movie after, not after this, probably, like, sometime before the film's release. Just to kind of, like, ease myself in. If Captain Underpants himself makes an appearance in this film, I'm actually gonna just applaud right there in the theater. So, whatever. If you guys liked it, definitely subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.